the girl. Hey everybody, I'm Juan. I'm here in my basement. I'm here with John Mouse and his amazing band. Thank you guys for playing the basement.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you. Can you introduce the band real quick?
Yes, this is Jonathan Thompson, Esquire. This is
Esquire over here.
my brother Joe Mouse.
Joe.
And Luke Deluxe Darger, LD. LD.
That's amazing. I mean, it's been 10 years since we started doing this show. And this is the first ever live stream that we're doing, so it's scary and exciting, and I couldn't be happier to have you guys be the first band to kick it off with.
Oh, well, so, it's our honor.
So thanks again.
Thank you.
How did you guys come together? I know you guys are brothers. How did the rest of you kind of link up to play in the band?
Well, you know, I was thinking that if I went out again, I would definitely want to take a band with me, and so I had my eyes peeled, and a neighbor in the small town that I'm living in on the border of Iowa and Minnesota, in Austin, Minnesota. I was over there. They were having a picnic or something, and I don't know how old is your old man? Yeah.
Put him on the spot.
How old is
I'm
that?
sure he's happy knows. Well, I met his dad, and his dad was like writing a book on the history of percussion and stuff.
Oh, no way.
I'm like, oh man, it would be cool to have this guy playing drums in my band. And
his dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
that would have been really.
And then
amazing.
I knew his daughter, and long story short, they were like, maybe you should ask the Jonathan, because he plays drums too, and he studied it in college, and you know, he's steeped in. I'm always making the joke. I'm sure he's tired of hearing it, that it can't be much fun for a drummer to be doing, you know, bass snare.
Yeah.
Especially one as potentially virtuosic. Yeah.
Right.
So,
These are simpler beats. Are these simpler beats than what you're used to? No.
No,
Do you want to hand him the mic?
some.
The feel, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Yeah.
what it's about.
The drummer's feel.
The feel. The feel of the
The
music.
touch.
You know, which makes it all the more complicated and deep and all those things. So, yeah.
Right. The feel.
Well, the band sounds amazing. You've done a ton of shows by yourself. Are you aware of them on stage, or do you kind of get into your own zone and like do your thing?
Yeah, no, I'm not aware of them at all, other than sonically.
Sonically, yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's an ineffable thing, but you know, sometimes you know, I can't find my legs. I can't find the energy, and all of a sudden
It helps to have some
all of a sudden
more energy
John
coming
will
at you.
Will, you know, donate something that I'm like, you know, that's great.
Yeah.
And and then Joe, of course, yeah, he's my brother. He plays bass. He was working at a soul crushing Aeon and Aeon. Well, we've been, yeah.
Yeah. Where? How did you end up? Yeah. Where were you working at?
Oh, yeah. I was working a pretty good job.
Oh, yeah.
No, but yeah. John was looking obviously for. He was starting a group, and I played bass since I was really young. No, like I didn't go to school for it or anything. But when he, you know.
Was this the first time you guys were like jamming together? Or you've been jamming kind of a little bit?
No, yeah. It's the first time we ever really did.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Because there's a bit of an age gap. So I had my own stuff in high school.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
After that, I kind of followed other pursuits, and
Totally.
when he came to me, I was like, yeah,
Hell yeah, let's
you know,
do this.
I got to practice. I said to myself, but
It's not the simplest bass stuff.
No, his lines are super fun.
Super fun line. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to play them. So
Cool.
yeah.
And I know you guys have done one other live stream. This is your second live stream. Is there a certain vibe? How do you feel like this interaction between performance and technology for you? Where do you see that going in the future?
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Smash the.
Subscribe.
Do you see more of an interaction for you in the future, moving forward between like technology and your art?
it's an unusual context that I don't feel I've come anywhere close to finding my bearings on it. Do you know what I mean?
It's weird because it's like, who are you performing to?
Yeah. I mean, when we rehearse, for example, I just sit in a chair. You know what I mean? And it's very, very much just more of a exercise than a event, you know.
Right.
So it gets a little bit muddled.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, one would be able to find it, I think.
It seems like it's going to go more in that direction too.
Right.
So you'll have a bunch of these to do.
We got the LD though at the end. LD, it's our stupid little abbreviation. Luke Darger, he's the only one of us that comes from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
He grew up there. He studied keys, and actually, I think it's interesting. This is my little one sheet on Luke. The R&B scene that Prince was came up in, you know, the residues of that still exist.
Totally.
You know, and he was part of those ensembles and things. And it's an interesting factoid that he gave me that I always like to repeat because I think it's interesting. That one of the ways that synths came into pop, for example, was Prince and these guys grew up listening to brass sections, and obviously they couldn't get a whole brass section, so they got the little
approximation
keyboard.
of that.
Interesting tidbit. Right?
That is a great tidbit.
I don't know. But you want to say anything there, Luke?
You got anything about?
No.
He's like, no, I'm good.
I'm sorry. I maybe it's all caricatures I'm drawing here. Sorry, guys.
No, that's all good. I mean, so speaking of live and this virtual audience, we actually have a couple questions from our live viewers that are coming in as we speak. So if I could get some of these questions, why, thank you.
Ooh.
Okay, the first question, guys, is from Elena from Spain. So if you're watching, this is for you, Elena. Your song Pets is one of the saddest songs I've ever heard. What is your opinion on pets? Do you have any?
Yeah, no, I mean...
That's a lot of questions, but you know...
I've been hit with this one about the pets are going to die a few times. And, you know, just the bullet points on it are, first of all, I don't think I'm alone, although I am certainly privileged in the fact that my first encounter with any sort of idea of mortality was by way of the household...
pet.
Exactly, right? Like, where did it go? What happened? You know, it's in the ground.
What was the pet, if you don't mind?
It was a cat. It was a
cat.
cat.
It was a cat, okay.
And so, it wasn't a parent or a brother or something like that. It was where I first had to reckon with that. And then whatever. The whole thing is, it has the most philosophical verse on the whole album in that final outro or whatever you would call it. There's a moment where I literally quote a string sextet about that's title is has to do with transfiguration. Okay. So transfigured into the pets go to heaven, right? They go to heaven. They're in heaven. They share their mortality, or whatever. Are pets mortals? Do you think they have mortality?
They must. They have
don't you have to know? Don't you have to
know?
That you're thrown to your death to be
Does
truly
that
mortal?
Define,
no, it defines mortality.
Dogs go off by themselves.
I know. Yeah, I know. Cats too.
So yes.
But some conscious relation. I'm not diminishing any. It isn't about intelligence. It isn't about intelligence or anything like that. But just are human beings uniquely mortal? Mortal. Do you understand? Maybe
I feel like animals are even aware of mortality of the animals around them. Maybe their own mortality. They definitely want,
like
they have a survival instinct.
Around. Jobs? No, it's good. It's when 10 people are watching a stream online to try to interrupt it with the very thing that's lacking, like rigorous thought and patient. But it won't, you know, it won't happen. They're just going to throw a stone at our head if we try to deliberate.
Pets do have mortality. I think they know it. That's where I stand.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, no, but I mean, there's that one guy that said that pets, when a pet dies or when an animal dies, it's a event in the world, and when a human being dies, it's the end of a world in which events like that take place. Again, I'm not. Their whole sense. I wouldn't. The conclusion for the moment.
Disagree.
The conclusion for the moment is I wouldn't deign to speculate what mortality is or is not for a blue whale, you know?
Yeah. You're right.
I know I'm mortal and I'm happy about it. Like I know there's some of you out there in the circuits that are going to live forever, like Brad Pitt in Interview with the Vampire.
Totally.
You have fun with that. John and I are going to be feeding the dirt, aren't we, man?
Feeding the dirt. Maybe cremated.
Yeah.
I don't know which way I'll go. I haven't decided yet, but
maggots are scary. They make a noise.
So I hope that answered your question out there in Spain.
Yeah, sorry. It's good. It's a happy. They transfigure. It's a joyous thing. It's a joyous thing.
You know, it's heaven.
Look at their
sure.
eyes. Look at their eyes. Well, we have feral cats, hundreds
feral
of them
cats.
that we feed. Yeah.
Cats are nice.
Kid Joe studied.
I've never
on
had a
them
real
summer.
pet. I missed out. You know.
Yeah. Did you have siblings?
I had 2 siblings, but they're like older, so I didn't really live with them. And I only had small, tiny pets. Like I had a guinea pig, which That was
Yeah.
my first taste of mortality. Was my guinea pig dying.
Yeah.
Ozzy. So
Yeah.
So I got one from Tom D from Seattle, and he is asking all of you, Tom D, what are you most satisfied by?
In life?
That, you know,
Specified, but
not specified by our viewer, but I think you can take it.
This is a good place to plug products that we like.
Yeah.
I'm most satisfied by Brooklyn Lager.
If any corporate sponsors want to have us say what we are satisfied by, you know, smash the like button, leave a comment.
May you forever be dissatisfied, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I can't get any satisfaction.
Yeah.
Isn't that? No, I mean, what are you most satisfied by? Sorry, we got.
What am I?
got
No,
two
no, no.
mics.
I want
Juan,
no.
what kind of
Well,
operation
you know,
running
I
here?
want you to do the mic, but you know, it's hard to pass
Yeah,
around.
yeah, no, I think.
What am I most satisfied? I don't know. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy interviewing people. I love playing shows. I love playing music, and I love food. Food makes me very satisfied. And you can go so deep on food. He likes my answer. I don't know if you guys can hear, but food, music, you know, interaction, human interaction. You know,
We saw that last night. J.S. Bach defined music as a refreshment of the spirit or a recreation of the spirit, like not mere recreation, but like
Right.
recreation. I thought that was interesting.
That is
yeah,
interesting.
no, but satisfaction. It just seems like a base, like on the needs thing, like food and.
Is it a little lower
clothing.
doing?
Maybe
It's
I
like-
don't know. I mean, what's we
you've got to deal with. You
define our
can't you get
terms.
satisfaction without dealing
But no,
with your
I mean,
first.
like the greatest of all things is not to crush the enemy and see him driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of the woman, as Conan the Barbarian said. The greatest thing is actually
Everybody knows that quote.
yeah, is gratitude, right? Is that sad? I mean, is that? Can you say that's satisfying?
I like that.
weeping tears of joy. Let me be guilty before all, so that all may forgive me. And is that not heaven? You know what I mean? Like
That's
I'm
satisfaction.
a million times worse. You know, that sort of thing. I mean, if that's what is the Perugia, or what is the greatest good? I mean, if that was what the question, but mere satisfaction, I don't know, like a yeah, pizza. Yeah.
Pizza.
Sucrose. I love sucrose.
Sucrose, pizza.
Yeah, a can of 30 grams of sucrose to accelerate my meat. I like these sorts of things. Yes.
Cool. Well, I think that definitely.
What do you guys? Any guys? You, John?
Does anybody want to add to the satisfaction question?
I like food. I like music very much. Beer is very good. Cigarettes are great.
They're great. They're bad for you, but
for you.
you
Yeah.
could say that about so
okay.
much stuff. You know, that's a whole other.
Don't give a
area.
fuck. I love cigarettes. And yeah, playing live. It's fantastic. It's trying at times, but whatever.
It's
you know,
it's very satisfying.
it's what
I
it
feel like.
is. No. So yeah.
Vocation is.
And also, if anyone needs a drummer ever, I'm
Right,
always
you guys
for-
saw what he
I'm
can
for
do.
Hire.
You saw what he can
I'm
do.
for hire.
Was that not enough?
With us.
I mean, but
He's like, you can poach me. You can poach
it's
me
like
if you want.
it's like a polygamous sort of, you know, like primary.
He's already.
Then I
You're-
need like a
He's already talking about. Yeah. Oh,
tertiary,
really?
fucking- yeah.
Oh, are you playing?
I
with
also
Gary
play
also?
with the
Oh,
great
man.
Gary War. The
You guys
great
are on tour with
Gary
Gary
War.
too, right?
Yeah, Gary.
He's
shout out.
upstairs.
He's
Yeah,
upstairs.
shout out to
We
Gary
love
War.
Gary War.
Gas Forth out. Yes, 2 days ago.
Amazing.
Great album. Check it out.
And
Where's your shirt?
Yeah, but also, yeah. So you know, people let me know. I like playing and getting paid for it. So
Way to go, man.
I
Love
bet
you,
you're gonna get like
audience.
Channels.
you're gonna start getting a lot of DMs. You're gonna get a lot of messages now.
I
Go
hope
on road with the top 40 and they pay you millions. Like, buy me a piece of gear.
I
or
will.
something. Buy
Of
me
course.
a jet ski. We'll get a
Yeah.
jet ski.
Don't forget the little people once you're playing with whoever you know.
You should be dissatisfied, right? Like in a good way.
Oh.
The vocation, the militant vocation.
A slight sense of dissatisfaction maybe keeps you on your
Yeah.
toes.
The world is
creatively.
not. It's on its head. Do not be reconciled with this world. You know what I mean? All right.
All right, I got a quick one. Ready? James, that's actually, I'm lying. It's not a quick one. James C. I've got no information on him, but I've got this. I imagine you have some cool opinions on hauntology, both in musical terms and as a philosophical concept. My question, what are they, man?
Do you have a chew? What do you know what hauntology is?
You know,
I'm just nicotine.
this is coming live, so
Do you know-
I
no,
have,
no.
I
Do you
don't.
know-
I'm not sure about
I'm,
hauntology,
I
especially
think it's
from
like
a music.
I think it's like because I don't know about genres like micro genres. I think
hauntology
no,
must be like
yeah, no,
showwave.
it's like the constellation. I'm assuming of like musicians that I'm happy to align myself. You know, like my
Okay.
friends, like
Oh, right,
some kind of.
And you went to school with?
Yeah.
With Ariel Pink.
And so you know Geneva and Gary and well, but I like this.
Can we look up this word?
One of you guys can
we're not
definitely
on
look
the
up
clock, are we, Juan?
hauntology. Yeah, he's gonna look up hauntology.
I mean, I know there's the French Theory fucking.
Are there any more of those?
Spectres of Marx thing, but then there's I like the just using haunted graffiti as an adjective.
Oh, yeah.
that might be a way of approaching this. Somebody looking it up, approaching this.
We've got
concept.
somebody on this right now. Hauntology.
Yeah, no, I
Oh, there we
mean,
go.
the surface is always haunted, man. The mechanisms
pass
are always
that.
haunted.
Yeah, well, we're getting on here.
All right.
We're learning.
Hauntology, a portmanteau of haunting and ontology, is a concept coined by philosopher Jacques Derrida.
Oh, yeah.
Spectres of Marx. All right. Do you want me to read more? or
Yeah,
do
it's,
you have enough to go on?
so we're gonna take that's not chillwave.
Not chill.
Not chillwave. That's what it means.
I've only gandered at that one, and I remember he trips out about. You know how Mark is always talking, the specter is haunting Europe, all that stuff. But I like Mr. Moneybags. He's always talking about Mr. Moneybags too. Mr. Moneybags comes in and smashes
Who's
up
Mr.
your stuff.
Moneybags? I don't know if it's Mr.
This is
From
very
that-
this is very specific. I'm not sure how well the context lends itself to a careful exegesis of specters of Marx. You know, but to just try to put it simply, yeah, I do think that the mere surface, right, like the pop, the spectacle, or whatever you want to call it, can be haunted, hollowed. You know, I guess there's some languages of First Peoples that have like verb tenses for. Well, I mean, there's the vocative tense, for instance, when you say something and it's hollowed. It has that dimension to it. That, do you understand what I mean?
Kind of, yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
isn't merely reducible to what appears. There's something
Right.
else runs through it. A ghost, you know.
There's other layers that may not be.
It's haunted. It's haunted. The house is haunted. The house is haunted.
Yeah.
So yeah, the graffiti, the detritus, the detritus,
The detritus? Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. It has the. I think there is something else than that. Sometimes, perhaps, there going on.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Even
do.
if only even Warhol, even you got the makeup there, you know, the lipstick, the desire, right, to be seen, to be recognized, right? I mean, haunts certain situations to donate or give something else than what is.
And what is?
Yeah, right. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
well, that suggests some sort of haunted graffiti, does it not? I don't. I mean, I'm
I think
riffing
so.
here.
No, that makes sense.
I'm
That's
only thing I'm
interesting.
prepared to say, right? Well, not the only thing is that it's weirder than that, right? Was my ethical maxim. It's not. There's other things I'll militantly stand by, but just
Totally.
I'd have to, without leading with my chin. It's weirder than that, right? Always and everywhere.
Yeah.
Some jerky comes up to you, or Bojo. No, Schmohawk comes up to you, and he has all the
Schmohawk
answers.
Bojo.
He's got it all figured out.
Right.
Juan. He's going to tell you what's up and why you're.
Don't listen to that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's not gonna-
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't got to be a dick, do you?
You don't have to be a dick.
Not you, Joe, but I'm just looking
Joe.
for backup on this one. Do you know what I mean? You met
Yeah.
that guy. Well, let me tell you.
Right.
Actually,
Actually,
hauntology means, and you have got it wrong. I don't know.
Actually,
what
it's just chill wave.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. No, you know what?
No,
It's
I know
a
what you're saying.
conversation. These people give the humanities and theory the bad rap that it has, I think. Anyway, not this person. I wish
Yeah.
we could give a panel on it.
This is nothing
What do you
against James C. Sorry,
Yeah.
James C.
Yeah, James, I'm not super familiar with that book. In all honesty, I've only sort of gandered at it, and I was like, you know.
That's fair. They're expecting you to know. No, you know, that's totally fair.
I know we'd be against the metaphysics of presence, but I don't know. It's complicated. Anyway, All right, sorry.
Well, I'll
yeah.
throw one more because this is kind of like
Can't
a
we go
pretty big
forever,
one.
Juan?
Yeah, I would love to keep this going. I mean,
Let's
I'm
just
going
go
to go
forever,
until
man.
they're just telling me to cut out, but we're going to keep going. This is Don G.
Don G.
Great name. What do you think of reincarnation? Ooh.
Well, I'll let you take that one first, John.
Yeah, if does anybody have some thoughts on reincarnation for Donnie G?
On reincarnation?
Yeah. Yeah, not really. No.
Okay.
I'll
fair.
pass it. I mean, it would be rad.
It would be awesome
Here's
if it
what I think.
happened. Does our spirit, does our soul, is there something?
This is well, you know, I like the spirit thing leads me on a digression. Like I like the idea of the distinction. You know, spirit, refreshment of spirit, recreation of spirit, the spirit of a people, the Holy Spirit. Between that and soul, a soul is what I got. Spirit is what we got, right?
Right.
But what was the question?
Reincarnate. It was
no.
What do you think
This
of
whole
it,
idea
or-
of if it involves an economy of karma, so that the baby that was the child that was put in a cage and abused by its parents was just a bad guy in his last life. I think that's
That
a
whole
sort
thing.
of obscenity.
That's a little too.
Economy of spirit, though. Isn't there some shit about economy of spirit?
What do you mean?
Like, did Martin Luther have this whole thing about the economy of spirit?
I don't know it. I don't
Like-
know it. I don't know it.
Well, I don't know it really either. But
Well,
I
we're
just
talking about
I know of it.
reincarnation.
I know, but I'm saying if you're about to go and talk
economy-
shit about
economy-
reincarnation,
No, I'm not. Just from my
I'm just
standpoint.
saying.
And I'm only talking shit on the
Economy of
caricature.
spirit.
On the caricature. I wouldn't suppose I have access to the deep-seated worldviews in which this is a reality. What? Are we out of time?
No, I think no, we're good.
Because this is an important question. Because people talk
I know
about
what you're
karma.
saying though about the idea of like you're going to punish someone in this life for something that they may have done in a past life.
That's how
which
they
is the
do it.
basis
I
of a
had
lot
people
of
bald-faced
systems.
tell me, yeah, you. That's how you pay the. And that's always
The idea of paying the price on
anybody
a new
who
life,
gives
that
an
seems-
explanation for the
yeah.
suffering and terror in the world, in terms of some sort of spiritual economy or soul,
pretty problematic.
Yeah, that's to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's idolatrous. It's antichrist. But then I'm being goofy. I'm for the camera, John.
It's for the show.
We're on the
We're hanging
on
out.
the
We're hanging
streaming
out.
web.
We're hanging out. This is live.
But then no, I don't. Other than that, the
Would
only
you
thing
want to
I'd-
be reincarnated, or do you want this
No.
to end after?
No, I
do you
mean I
want
like
a
it. It's fun
permanent
to think about that you had past lives and stuff, but I think finally my own
The eternity-
proclivities
Yeah.
in relation to all of that tend towards an end, a final end. This is it.
a finality.
One shot.
Yeah.
And it resonates onto eternity. You always will have been. Your
Right.
every
time,
actually, I don't like
yeah.
these public intellectual
Yeah.
like, oh, these people they believe in heaven, so like nothing matters, like they only care about the
Right.
everything
matters. Maybe even matters more.
thing, exactly.
Yeah.
If it resonates eternally, if it isn't just like billions and billions, there's billions and billions, Joe. There's billions and billions and billions. I refuse to grovel in the dust before a quintillion. What is a quintillion?
Quintillion?
Quintillion. That's a Thomas Manafort. I don't. Billions and billions. Okay, Carl, there's billions and billions. What's that Dickinson poem? Does anyone know that, Emily? It's all in our heads. That one, the gist of it. I don't know. It would be good to have on my sleeve right now.
We'll have. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody look it up. It's all in your. You're right, Ron. I mean, what?
We're gonna look. We'll get.
They're
I'll look
frames.
it after.
They're
yeah.
frames. They're frames. What do you think?
Well, gosh, I feel like I've already shared a lot of my thoughts on it, but
people,
you know,
it's your basement, man. I'm not trying to hold court.
yeah, we're gonna. Can we get a beer down here? That would be awesome.
Oh, come on.
We're
Poor,
almost-
poor television, guys.
No,
come
this
on.
is great. No, we're keeping it.
Locked in, man.
We're locked and live.
Come on, guys. Stop messing around. Come on.
I got one
Get
last
serious.
one, guys. I know this is a question from Pitchfork itself, and the question is: do you have any advice for lovers out there on Valentine's Day? Because you guys are playing a Valentine's Day show here in Brooklyn tomorrow.
Or a show. How about that?
How about you guys come to the freaking show if you can get a ticket? Try to get a ticket. Camp
Stay
out.
true to each other.
Yeah. There's some beers
Stay
coming down.
true. Be honest.
Are you?
Uncover the meaning of love.
Uncover the meaning of love.
together. The scene of the two.
The show, I feel like, is going to have a nice vibe tomorrow.
Pursue it. Pursue that and possibility. Mobilize it to disrupt the. You ever see Wall-E one?
Yeah, I did see it. I love Wall-E.
Yeah, I mean they have that whatever third act or however you put it, where it's like about recycling or whatever. But the first half, when the Wall-E meets the other robot that looks like an iPod, he follows her up. And is by virtue of that fact, he interrupts the whole universe. Like he gets in everybody's way, and everybody Mo, the little robot that cleans things, gets off its path because Wall-E's going after. Love can do that, don't you think? Can change everything.
Can change the path, the trajectory, reality. Yeah.
But it's like we got to fight. It's so hard today, isn't it? With especially the ubiquity of all these images of sexuality and love and how it's supposed to be, and
Definitely
10 ways you can do this and 11 ways you can do that, and so we have to it's ever more difficult to suss out and discover that mystery for ourselves, isn't it? You see what I'm doing, John?
In other words, love is real. But also JS Mouse, is that just it?
Yeah.
JS Mouse, Twitter handle. If anyone wants to come to the show, couples only.
Couples
So
welcome.
sorry,
Love
singles.
is welcome.
Yeah.
Try to keep it romantic. And on that, on that lovely romantic
I wish
note,
I could be more like like a presence. You know what I mean? Like and say resonating. But it's just too hard, man. It's
you do just
no
fine.
every minute. No, that's the great danger is failing, right? To fail.
That's true.
But fail harder. Wasn't that what they say? Fail harder. Next, I don't know. Come on,
There's
Juan.
a saying about that.
This.
There's a saying
Come
about
on,
failing
man.
harder.
This
is all going straight in.
Yeah, we're going into to a hub on the web. I'm serious, man.
No, I know.
It's a hub.
It
connects lots of things.
Yeah. No, totally.
We're very privileged here, man. In terms of visibility,
It's crazy that we can do this from home now.
You know,
the entire
there's so
world.
many GoBots out there, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
You guys, I honestly, I would love to
gotta
interview you
fight the
guys for
GoBots.
another hour, but
I would too,
They're
Juan.
cutting me out. But thank you guys so much for playing.
All right, guys.
To our viewers out
Hey,
there,
thanks, guys.
stay tuned
Don't throw
for
any
Home
stones.
Shake.
I'm tired. We've been going for
tired.
8 years. Sorry for the frog thing. Been screaming. Been screaming. I don't know
This
what
is
planet
also
I'm
the
on.
tail end of a long touring schedule for you guys. So
Yeah, we just
No
did
excuse,
5
though.
days a row. We meaning out off the back of 80, but no breaks. Drove from
today
New
was
Orleans.
supposed to be a day off, so I appreciate you guys spending it here.
But we did it.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Juan.
much. Thanks again
Thanks
for
a
playing
lot,
the
man.
basement.
Thanks.
And viewers, check out Home Shake later in the week. And thank you so much for stopping by the basement. We're on. Bye, guys. Yeah. We'll keep waving. I'm gonna personally keep waving until I'm just.